I'd like to make a note to Mrs. Finley that I have gone paperless and made my note cards on my iPod. Good morning, everyone. It is with much pleasure and great honor that I can announce that Katniss Everdeen and Peeta Mellark will be contestants in the 74th Annual Hunger Games. Millions of fans everywhere are flooding theaters to see them play in the games, and they are all stepping out with tears in their eyes, happiness in their hearts, and many opinions on their mind, both good and bad. Some fanboys have even created a controversy over a few of the characters. But nevertheless, the first movie of the three-part series was a box office success, hitting the top of the charts within its first premiere weekend and selling out all 3 days. The Hunger Games is a great novel with a great storyline, lots of history, and has received lots of various feedback. Let's start with The Hunger Games. The Hunger Games itself has a very large explanation, so for those that have not seen the movie or read the books, I'd like to give a brief creation on the games. The novel of the book, Susan Collins, has placed this timeline starting at the year 2300 AD, as which she has written there will be a global disaster taking out many nations, including the United States. The United States will then become the nation that is known as Panem, with a brand new government called the capital. The capital is what we would call today a monarchy, and they formed 13 districts out of the United States, each with its own industrial or agricultural strong suit to fit the nation. But not even a year after the nation was created, the districts formed together and created a rebellion against the capital's strong grip on the nation. However, the capital was much stronger than the districts, and the rebellion failed, and as a repayment and a consequence for their rebellion, the capital created the Hunger Games. For those of you that haven't read the books or seen the film, here's a quick overview of what goes down in a Hunger Games. The Hunger Games is a competition between the 12 districts. Yes, 12 districts. In the rebellion, the 13th district was obliterated. The Hunger Games is simply a fight to the death. Each district is reaped, or forcefully chosen, 2 contestants known as tributes, a boy and a girl between the ages of 12 and 18. Those tributes are then sent to the capital and trained for the next 4 to 5 days. After those 4 or 5 days, they are let loose in an arena made by the game makers in the capital, which can control the arena or do whatever they please. Those tributes must then fight to the death using the various skills and trades that they have learned throughout their life and those past couple days. The last tribute standing wins the games. Now, this past spring, millions of Hunger Games fans traveled to the movies to watch one of the most anticipated films of the year. When they stepped out of the theater, opinions, both good and bad, began stirring everywhere. These next few sentences are based strongly on popular vote. And to begin, the first popular vote says, those that had read the books and watched the movie thought maybe the movie could use some improvement, but those that had not read the books and watched the movie thought that the movie was absolutely brilliant. Overall total vote says, for those of you who have neither read the books nor seen the movie, you need to watch the movie in order to make the experience more enjoyable. Now for the huge controversy. One fanboy, anonymous because of his name, began a controversy over 3 of the characters. The 3 characters being Resh, Thresh, Rue, and Cinna. And in the book, they are portrayed as, quote-unquote, having dark, tan-complected skin, which, as normally, we would think as being African-American. I guess this fanboy decided that he did not like that and began a huge controversy, and from my point of view, I am not allowed to get into that, so you can think whatever you please. Anyway, by the end of the premiere weekend, it was still said to be one of the greatest movies of our generation. And whether it receives a thumbs up at the box office or the worst review from a critic, The Hunger Games will be alive and well in teens everywhere. As it was stated, the second book in the series, Catching Fire, will be coming out in the fall of 2013. Until then, may the odds be ever in your favor. Thank you.